folks, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Natasha and I do book things here. Today's video is going to be my January book haul. I decided every month I'm just gonna do one book haul other than Stephen King's. I don't know if you guys sort of remembered what I said for my 2018 goals, but I did say that the only books I planned on bringing in were 3 new releases each month for that month. So in January, end of the month, I'll have 3 January releases. End of February, I'll have 3 February, blah blah blah. That way I can stay current on what books are coming out and things that I'm like truly excited to buy. The other books that I would bring in would be Stephen King's because I am collecting them. I'm trying to accumulate all of his body of work, like all 71 of his books. I don't know if you guys can see here, I kind of accumulated like 30 of them this month, but those will be in a Stephen King Sunday, so I can touch base with you guys about those. So, you know, because it's me, naturally I did fail at bringing in just 3 new releases. I ended up buying 4 sort of new release books or full price books, and I have additional 3 secondhand, which I don't feel is too bad. So really, this month, other than the Stephen King's, I only brought in 7 books, which is not bad, considering I did go to a library sale, a couple of thrift stores, Value Village a couple times. I did have kind of a rough week. I found out some like shitty news about my family, and because of that, Jeff basically was like, fuck it, let's just take you to the used bookstore because you're sad and buying books is better than most things that I do when I'm sad. So yeah, 8 books is not bad considering for the last like 6 months I was bringing in like 30 books a month or more. So the first book sale I went to this month was the big massive library sale. I've definitely talked about that library sale before. Their prices have gone up to now it's about $1 or $2 a book. Before it used to be 4 books for $1. So their prices like quadrupled basically. A little bit more selective in what I go and I find and what I grabbed. I really only went with one goal, which was to find Stephen King books that I don't already own. I did end up getting 1 additional book because it was just too good of a price, and so I got it. And that is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. I ended up getting this for $2, and it's pretty much, you know, brand new copy. I don't have the first book in this, but I do have several of the other books up there on my shelves. I'm collecting just the ones as I see them, the ones that I don't have, and then eventually I'll have all of them. But I believe the first one is Lady Midnight. I don't have that one yet. But I saw it and I thought for $2 I'll probably eventually want to read this. From what I've heard from friends on BookTube, Lady Midnight and then this one are actually quite good. And so I just saw it and thought I'm probably going to regret this if I don't spend the $2 on it. So then we ended up going to Value Village, where it's if you buy 4 books you get 1 free. I ended up finding a couple Stephen King's, they're in there somewhere. So I had 5 books. And then I had a 30% off coupon, so I got 5 books for $14, so give or take like $2 to $3 a book. The first one that I found was actually a book that I ended up making fun of, I think of in a vlog somewhere. This is Give Me the Child by Mel McGrath, and I kind of joked about this because of the escalator. It seems like the escalator is going to like eat children, although I'm like positive that that's not what this book is about. I saw it and just laughed. It is marked up with some Sharpie, whatever this means, but this is a pretty, I don't know, I think this is a pretty new book. But yeah, like this is a 2017 release, so kind of pumped about that. I have no idea what this is actually about, so let me read it, shall we? Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I just read the inside flap and I still don't entirely know what this book is about. I think it's something about a woman wants a child and then someone appears that has a child. I don't know. But it's a 2017 thrillery release, so I had to get it. Next I grabbed Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. She did Girl on the Train, which I do have a copy of. I have yet to read it, although I pretty much know what happens in that book, whatever. But I saw this, pretty much a brand new, you know, nice hardcover. Doesn't look like it was ever even opened, you know, which is kind of nice. And this book was originally $35 in Canada, and I got it for $3, so I'm going to take it and read it. I think it's about a lady who was found dead in the bottom of a river, and then a teenage girl was also found dead in the bottom of a river, and there's dead ladies, and they're probably going to try to figure out why those dead ladies are there. That's probably probably what's gonna happen there. And then the last book that I found at Value Village, which was awesome that I found it, like the best find of the month. This is actually a January new release that I found in Value Village. So a good time to go to Value Village and use bookstores and stuff is right after Christmas or the New Year's, because everyone takes the books that they got for Christmas and donates them back, and you can just find like a lot of good like new release stuff there. So anyway, the one that I found was released on January 2nd. It's like currently everywhere in Chapters. I almost bought this full price like the other day. So I was like shook, and that is The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn. This has to do with the woman who has agoraphobia, and like new neighbors move in across from her, and I think she kind of like sees some shit go down, and she's kind of like paranoid and freaking out. It's a thriller, kind of like home invasion kind of thrillers. Like home invasions and burglary and stuff like that, kidnapping from your home is like one of my biggest fears. Please don't kidnap me from my home, I'm just, please. But it's one of my biggest fears because I am hard of hearing, so like I literally can't tell when Jeff is in the house, and he sometimes scares me so bad. There's like a Natasha shaped hole like in the fucking ceiling, because he just like freaks the fuck out of me. Like he has to flip the lights on and off when like he comes in a room because I don't hear him. So yeah, any books about like home invasions and stuff like actually scare me, so I am intrigued to find out if this one is going to be like super freaky for me. So like, I mean, this was released January 2nd, and I found it like mid-January at a used bookstore. So I mean, that's just great. Like, I'm so happy about that. I have yet to read that one, but I want to read it by the end of January. At the time I'm filming this, I have about a week left to finish all my January new releases before the end of January. So hopefully I can do that. Then we have the 4 books that I bought full price. First one is one that I got for Contemporary-a-thon. I needed a contemporary graphic novel, and I was having some issues trying to figure out which one I would get and trying to find one, because one, I'm not like the biggest graphic novel person. I don't know of a lot of them, and then 2, I don't know about a lot of them that aren't like fantastical or superhero-y, any of that jazz. But then I saw this one and went, yes, please. That is My Friend Dahmer. So yeah, there's a movie about this now, but this is a graphic novel all about Jeffrey Dahmer. For those of you who don't know, Jeffrey Dahmer is a serial killer. He did some not so great things to lovely human beings, but Jeffrey Dahmer has always been one of those very interesting serial killers, very interesting to watch documentaries about. He had a lot of interviews where like he kind of went a little deeper into why he did the like horrific things that he did. But this basically is a graphic novel told by Durf. There's no way that that's a real name, by the way. Basically the guy that grew up with Jeffrey Dahmer. This is a graphic novel about his life in high school, basically. But yeah, it's pretty cool. There's some, I've kind of flipped through it, and there is some like really interesting scenes, and honestly, if you know a little bit about his backstory, from what I can tell, this is pretty accurate from like documentaries and things that I've watched. Yeah, I'm very intrigued, and this is definitely going to be on my TBR for Contemporary-a-thon. And then these are the 3 January new releases that I bought, and really should only be the books that I bought this month, but you know, I'm me, so hi, hello. The first one that I got around the beginning of the month I've already read, and that is Meet Cute. This is a collection of short stories all about meet cutes and how people meet and all that stuff. There's 14, I want to say, I could be wrong, 14 different short stories in this. I rated them all individually. I will definitely talk about this in my wrap up. I loved quite a few stories out of this. I rated, I think, 5 or 6 of them 5 stars. There's a couple 2s, a lot of like average ones. Definitely short stories in this that I loved. So I added them all up, and overall I think I gave this around a 4, which is pretty good for a short story collection. Typically my short story collection like overall scores are a little bit lower because I tend to only like 1, but I loved a lot of this. So if you like love and you like cute shit, suggest it. This would be really good to pick up before Valentine's Day. Just saying. be really cute to pick up for contemporary-a-thon. Although some of the short stories in this sci-fi kind of element, I feel like the majority of it is contemporary, and I would let it slide for contemporary-a-thon. Just saying. And then the last two I haven't read yet, but I'm about 80 pages into this one, and that is Love, Hate, and Other Filters by Samir Ahmed. This follows the story of Maya, who is an American-born Muslim teen, and she is very into like cinematography and film and stuff, which I love. So far, 80 pages in, that's like the best part of it, because I have sort of like a cinematographic, that's not even a word, I have sort of like a photographic mind. I kind of see the world with like that kind of view. So does she, which comes across really well in this book. Some stuff goes down where there's a really bad crime that takes place. The person who did the crime has the same last name as her, so she deals with a lot of like aftermath because of that. I haven't hit that part in the book, but 80 pages in, it's cute. And I quite like it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna finish this tonight, see where it goes. You guys will see in my wrap up what I think of it. But so far, I'm really liking it. And then the last book I picked up this month has like the best cover ever. That is Nice Try Jane Sinner, which has like all these like gorgeous cameras on that. It's lovely. The orange and blue and cameras. About Jane Sinner, who was recently expelled from school, and so she joined a community college, and she just is supposed to have like a really like funny, witty, like abrupt sense of humor, which I like in a character. And in that sort of like community college, she does this sort of like Big Brother-esque game show kind of thing. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the game show aspect. I feel like I might really like it. I just wanted something like, again, sort of lighthearted, and I've heard really good things about this. It's rated pretty highly on Goodreads actually, and I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous book. Like, it's one of my favorite cover releases that I saw for 2018, so I was intrigued enough to pick it up. Again, I'm going to try to finish this before the end of the month so I can review it for you guys. And yeah, that is all of the books that I grabbed in January. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of these, if you are looking to check out any of these. Did I break my no-buy? Yes, I did. Do I regret it? No, I don't. That's all. I kind of have a headache, so I'm going to go and nurse that headache. So yeah, hopefully everyone is doing good, and until my next one, I'll talk to all you soon. Bye!